to just a reminder. Today I will be doing a course for people that desire to start a business that's in the process of birthing out their business and don't really know what to do or where to start, or just anything to do with business. You know, $50 course. You can cash app it to jhomehealthcare on Cash App or PayPal. Include your email. You got to do it now because it starts at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm not going to record it. So if you can't make it, I understand that. That's fine. I'm just going to go in here and let the Lord use me. And, other people are going to be on here sharing whatever they got to share. So I'm just going to do it and get it over with. And that's at 5 Central Standard Time. The conference is August 23rd. I'm excited about that. First of all, man, God, just the main thing is, Lord, help us to be obedient. I pray for everybody right now that God is calling to fast and you're having a difficult time, or you keep stopping, or you're not doing the fast that God called you to do, or you confused. Because what happens is when God called you to do a fast and you keep trying to compromise with that, or, keep stopping, then next thing you know, the enemy is going to talk you out of it. He's going to then he'll make you confused. So you really don't know what he told you to do. And so we just got to be strong, and we got to get to the point where we learn how to obey God immediately and stop playing games with this. Let me say this about ego. First of all, Lord, have mercy. When we just have mercy. So somebody asked me to talk about the ego, and it just came to me. I'm thinking about Saul. Somebody was talking about the ego of Saul. But basically, Saul, when God first called Saul, Saul was so humble that he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. He was so humble. But over time, he lost his humility, and he lost his sensitivity. He lost his purpose. He lost his focus. He lost his dedication because he desired to. He was so concerned about how people saw him. So he lost his focus from trying to even wrap around his brain that I'm not worthy of this calling. I mean, I really ain't. I own this. So he became his own God, basically. And he was a people pleaser. How do you know he was a people pleaser? Because when God, first of all, he was a people pleaser, and he had no patience. He had no patience. He didn't want to wait on God. So how do we know he was a people pleaser? Because when Moses came to strip him of his purpose, strip him of his mantle, strip him of his calling per God, because God told him to, he looked and told, I'm sorry, not Moses, he looked and told Samuel, he looked and said, he said, let me walk out with you so the people can think. See, he wanted the people to think that he was still called by God and that he was still in position. So he cared more about what people thought instead of begging God to forgive him, begging God to restore him, begging God to have mercy on him. He looked and told Samuel, could I walk out with you? And prior to that, God sent him on a mission to kill all of the animal, the livestock, all of the people that God told him to kill. I believe it was 1 Samuel 15. Kill everything. Saul kept what he wanted to keep alive and killed what he wanted to kill. And the very people that God told him to kill that he didn't kill was the ones that destroyed him. And then he didn't. And so when Samuel came and was like, what is this? What was, I heard, what is this? This bleeping of the sheep I'm hearing. He like, I did what you told me to do. I did what God told me to do. I mean, he literally, he, so sometimes we can literally do what we want to do and really be so egotistic that we feel like we're doing what God told us to do. Lord, please deliver me and my family from that and from everything. God, I'm begging you to have mercy. I mean, listen here, I'm not saying, the Bible tells us to, we can come boldly to the throne of grace. So I'm not begging God and be real doing those type of things that I do, because I'll beg him. I know we are God's children, and we don't have to beg. All we have to do is ask. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just be feeling like, Lord, please have mercy. With that being said, we got to obey God. Lord, have mercy as we obey you. So God talks about in Matthew chapter 25 that he give us gifts, and he give you gifts. And the Bible said he gave one, he gave one 5, 2, he gave another 5, I believe. Well, when the master came back to get the talents, the one who had 5 gained 10. The one who got 2, I think, gained however many more than the one that gained 5 he wound up, he invested in and made more. Both of the first 2, the 5 and the 2 and the 5, I believe. But anyway, he gave them more and told them to enter into the joy of your Lord. Then you go to one who gave 1. He said, I didn't do nothing with it. He buried it literally, and went and dug it up. And when he dug it up, he said, here's your talent back, what you gave me. He said, because I know you to be a hard man, and I know you sow where you reap where you don't sow, and whatever. I don't know what that was about. But the problem is, God knows the intents of your heart. Why people think what they think, I don't know. With that being said, God, he took and he called him a wicked and a lazy servant. He told him that he was going to, he said, he cast him out where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. We got to use our gifts and talents, y'all. We're going to be held accountable for these things. The reason why I know, because God dealt with me about that when I first got saved. I'm like, it scared the mess out of me. You know why? Because I was a lazy servant. I was a scary servant. I was a fearful servant. I was scared. What if I do try it and it don't work? Or I would give up the minute I get opposition, because when you start, you're going to get opposition. Could it be that attack that you're under is because you started to step out to walk by faith and the enemy got mad? And so when the enemy used to come up against me, when I step out there to do what God was calling me to do, the opposition would be bad. It would be financial, oh man, don't let me go to preach on the radio and stuff. That enemy attacked my money, me and my husband money. Next thing you know, I ain't working, or I didn't work much, or Greg get laid off. Now I ain't got no money to be paying these people on this radio station now, or whatever the ministry is. I ain't got no money to do it. Now I got to find a job. So that means I had to leave where I couldn't focus on no ministry. I got to work. So opposition is going to come. So when you step out to obey God, but Lord, help us. See, here's the thing. We got to draw closer to the Lord, because that's where our strength come from. That's where our help come from. We can't do this by ourselves. We waiting on man. Man might come, he might not. We got to learn how to trust God. Yeah. Do you see an assistant in here anywhere? Do you see an assistant? Do you see an assistant? Come on. Do you see an assistant? What assistant? I'm right, Bobby. You see assistant? Assistant. 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 Do you? We're assistant.